The FDA is widening its warning on some imported eye products, with another product making the recall list that could cause blindness or even death. The FDA says anyone using Delsum Pharma's artificial eye ointment should immediately stop. The FDA recalled two other eye products last month from the same Indian-based company, Global Pharma Healthcare Private Limited. Those are called EzraCare and Delsum Pharma Artificial Tears. Now the FDA and the CDC are investigating a multi-state outbreak where 58 people in 13 states have been linked to the eye products and drug-resistant bacteria called Pseudomonas aeruginosa. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, that was really tough to say. Aeruginosa. That's the best I can do there. The company has since suspended production. Let's turn to a doctor who hopefully has better pronunciation skills than I. This is Dr. Dave Montgomery, host of Good Doctor TV, to talk about what consumers could know. I'm making fun of myself because I had trouble pronouncing the bacteria, but we've never seen this bacteria in this country, and it has caused the death of one person and the eye removal from another. So what is this bacteria? What's going on? And how does the FDA get a hold of this before more people are impacted?
Yeah, Mitch, good morning. A+ on the pronunciation, believe it or not. Listen, this stuff is scary. I think it's safe to say Delsum Pharma and EzraCare, we should stay away from those products in general, all of them for right now. What I tell people straight away is that over-the-counter remedies are a bit less regulated by the FDA. So there should be nothing that you're taking for your health that you haven't talked about with your doctor, because she knows some of the nuances about your physiology, right? So you should go check with your doctor. The second thing, though, is I want you to read. I want you to go do some research, know what you're getting into, and crowdsource, Mitch. You want to crowdsource because there are people who've had experiences with this. If you got a 3 out of 5 stars, you probably want to leave that one alone. But then the last thing is, when you do get a recommendation from your doctor and people have had good experiences from it, make sure the tamper-proof mechanism is intact. This is really important for people to try to avoid having these kinds of things.
Well, and I think one of the main concerns here is it's available on Amazon. It's available at Walmart.com. You can order this, and no one's going to tell you not to take it unless you do your own research.
Yeah, you've got to do your own research. But remember what I talked about these nuances. I mean, you know, you guys were talking about ChatGPT before. I mean, that can't even tell you about your physiology and your interaction with whatever remedy. What is why I tell people this. Just because it's natural doesn't mean it's risk-free. Just because it's over-the-counter doesn't mean it's for you. You've got to have a conversation with your doctor. This Pseudomonas aeruginosa that you talked about, well, we see Pseudomonas aeruginosa all the time in the hospital, ventilator-associated infections, catheter infections. But that is the garden variety. The one that they're talking about, this is a mean guy, right? This is resistant, as it turns out from the report, to 12 of our most potent antibiotics. Well, that's a big deal, right? So if you get something like this and there is no mechanism in place to protect you, you can be in bad shape. These people have lost their sight, and some people have died, Mitch.
Yes, at least one death has been attributed. Apparently, the infection went through the eye and into the bloodstream, and that is how that person ended up passing away. But I wonder if this will change or may have any impact whatsoever on how eye drops are sold or how products are sold. We have a lot of things that are sold over the counter with very little restriction. And is this one that should not be sold in such a way, or is this just a freak accident? You know, one plant in India has a bad thing, and that doesn't mean we need to tar the rest of the industry with it. Your opinion on that?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think we have to be careful with sort of a blanket statement after one company repeatedly has problems. I think the FDA, you know, is regulating some 300,000 or more, I read, right, of these over-the-counter remedies. And the way that they do it, I mean, the way we know right now, Mitch, is because the FDA is able to kind of tell us. So the mechanisms work as best we can right now. Are there improvements to be had? My answer is always going to be yes. And when the laser is focused on things like this, you get everybody paying attention to their best practices. You get the FDA looking across the entire industry. That's exactly what should happen. Here's the message. Go talk to your doctor about these remedies. They are not always risk-free.
That is Dr. David Montgomery. He is the host of Good Doctor TV. Thank you for joining us, Good Doctor.
Great to be with you, Mitch.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.